Hello everyone, welcome to your 11th CSS tutorial. In this tutorial, we will look at how to make animations and now many people who already have heard about JavaScript might think that that's the only way to make animations, but in CSS it's quite simple. So I just cleared everything in my body div, then created this div and I wrote random stuff inside it. Random stuff. Okay, so we'll go to our CSS and try to make this box move around or change color or whatever. So when you want to do animation in CSS, you do something called a keyframe. Yeah, that is the selector. So which of the elements are we going to move around? We're going to move around our div. So we say, hey, at keyframe div. So what do we want? We say from, yeah, do anything from this to that. So from initially be at background color of let me just say be at background color of, let's just say this color, and then end up at the background color of, let's just say that color, red. Oops, what am I typing? Background of that. Alright, so we check, then we come back and make some more editings and improvements and stuff like that. So we save and we refresh. Remember this guy? We refresh and we still have random stuff. So here is what we'll do. We will this guy is just like a custom code that you wrote. So we'll just give it a separate name and call it, for instance, a custom code that we wrote. We'll give it a separate name. Then we'll come back and say, hey, everything inside our div have an initial background color of black or whatever. Then gradually animate towards this. Although it will be better for us to say, to give it the same background color for a start. But then, you know, we are just defining this div. So for instance, let's just give it a border color, a border of 1 pixels, solid and black, so that we can see it. All right, and but then we have to make reference to this animation rule we have set here, this keyframe, and the name of the animation rule is custom code. So we can say, hey, go and do some animation for us using the rules we wrote in our custom code. That's not all. We have to tell it how long it has to spend to drag the animation. So we say, hey, drag this animation for as long as 4 seconds. So let it take you 4 seconds to complete a transition of background color from this guy to this guy. Hope you get the drill. Alright, so that being done, let us see if we can another thing we can do is just to make sure that our div is big enough so that we can enjoy the transition. The width, let's just give the width to be 200 pixels. Let me say 100 pixels. Then the height to the same thing, 100 pixels, just to make sure that we have a square stuff here. So that being settled, let us refresh this guy and refresh. Okay. Alright, so we refresh and oops, nothing happened, which means we made a mistake somewhere. And yeah, this guy is supposed to be plural keyframes. So this guy is what we called inside here. So we told this div, hey, apply this animation, and what do we have in this animation? we just have a simple stuff, change color from this to this, background color. So we'll come and refresh, and what we have, bang, very cool stuff, very cool stuff. So there's another thing we can try, which is basically to see if we can change the color at certain states. You know, it takes 4 seconds. We ask it to take 4 seconds to transit from this to this. So, but there's something else we can do. We can, for instance, make sure that we can say, okay, hey, instead of just this, we can say, when you have changed up to, before you start changing, which is at 0%, change your background color to blue. Then at 50%, when at 50%, that is 2 seconds, change your background color to red. Then at 100%, that is at the end of the transition, end up with background color to be, let's say, green. Alright, instead of just from this to that, let's just change it at intervals. So we refresh and see what will happen. As you can see, it ends up with green, red, and green. Then we end up with the black. This black is the black we have here. It returns to its original state black, but it starts from blue through red through green. So refresh one more time just to see. Let's refresh. So we have red, green, and black. So cool. So the next thing we will try to do is some other cool stuff we can do with this. We can give it instructions on we can make this box move. So when it's at 0%, we can say, hey, move left, and we can say margin left 0 pixels, and margin top 0 pixels, margin top. But then when you're at 50%, move to the right. We can say, hey, margin left 200 pixels, 200, margin top 0 pixels, which means move to the, push yourself to the left like this, but don't go down. And at 100%, we can say, hey, go down, margin, let's just say, margin left, stay where you are, and the margin top 200, which means push yourself down. Okay, this will not complete a circle. It should have been 4. And then move left, move right, move down, move left, move up. But then let's just see what this does. Refresh, bang, cool, and we get back here. Alright, remember that I didn't move up here, it just appeared here because it just returned to its original state this way and that way. Alright, so there is another cool thing we can do, which is we can say make the animation to delay before it starts. So we can introduce an animation delay. You can say, hey, right here, this animation, you don't have to start immediately and refresh the page. You have to delay for, let's say, 2 seconds, which means we refresh and nothing happens, then something starts happening. That's 2 seconds. Alright, there is another thing we can do. Hey, what if we want it to continue moving forever? We can say we can add something called animation iteration count. We can say, hey, animation, please move for, do that quickie animation 3 times. So we can say 3, just roll around 3 times before stopping. So we refresh and waste 2 seconds. Starts 1, this is one circle, this is the second circle, and this is the third circle. That is it, it stops. So what if we don't want it to ever stop? We can say, hey, never you stop until the atoms in the universe disintegrate. So you can come up with several beautiful stuff, very amazing stuff you can do with animation. So I just use this as a demo to show you what animation can do. There is something else. You can specify the direction. You see how it's moving here. You can tell it to move this way or to start rotating backwards. So we can say, hey, we want our animation to start rotating backwards. Okay, so we refresh. All we have is this guy starts from here to this place to that place, this place. So what if we wanted to go forward and backward? We'll say, hey, direction alternate, and we refresh. So first of all, it goes this way, comes down, then it goes back and comes up. So you can use this to build a game, very nice game. So you conceptualize it, sketch it out on paper, and build a very nice game. Alright, so this could be a basketball for you or something. Then if you are good with JavaScript, you use JavaScript to alter these values. Alright, thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and share this video. Thank you very much.